Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about how to find your passion. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 ways you can develop your passion, and all these 3 ways are scientifically proven by psychologists. Let's get started. So kind of breaking this down for you guys, the number 1 thing that you want to do when developing your passion is find something you're generally interested in. I had a gentleman after one of my classes, the semester was over, he came up to me and we started just talking. We never really talked during the semester, but we were just talking about the final exam, and he started telling me like how he doesn't really know what he wants to pursue. He's scared that he's going to pick the wrong career to go in. And one thing he told me was that he's like, man, I can't decide. He's like, I'm kind of good at everything, but I just can't pinpoint one thing. And I told him, I was like, well, dude, you have to have your end goal in mind. Like, where do you want to end up? And however you get there, it doesn't matter. You just got to decide what it is, right? And I told him about other techniques that we'll go over right now. But the point of that is that he had a general interest in a lot of things. And he couldn't pinpoint and narrow in on one. And so what I kind of told him was that you're just going to have to decide which one it is you want to pursue. So the number 1 way, the first step is to find something you're generally interested in. You know, you don't want to go pursue physics if you just don't care for physics at all, right? Pursue something that you have some general curiosity in or even general interest in. So the number 2 way is to practice, right? And the reason why practice is that we tend to enjoy the things that we're good at. If you like to sit in math class, it's more than likely you're good at math. If you hate sitting in math class, it's probably because you're not good at math whatsoever, right? And that you maybe need practice. But the more you practice, obviously the better you're going to get at a subject. And when you're good at a subject, you enjoy it. You kind of build this like desire to do it because you're good at it. People come to you for help. You feel good helping those people because they're coming to you. You know, there's a general good feeling about being good at a subject, right? And so, but that comes through practice. So maybe if you're not good at math, you start small. You know, go back to the basics, go back to algebra, get good at algebra, then come back to pre-cal, get good at pre-cal, and then, you know, work your way up and you become better and better and better, right? And that comes through practice. But as you get really good at math, you'll begin to love math, right? You'll have a natural desire or a draw to that subject. Why? Because you're good at it. And I'm not good at math, so for all you people that are good at math, I admire you. So the number 3 step, right? So after this, after you found something you're generally interested in, and then you take that something you're interested in and you begin to deliberately practice at it and you become good at it, and when you become good at it, you start to enjoy it. You start to build your passion towards it. And this isn't going to happen all overnight, right? This is probably going to take months, you know, maybe even a year. But it's something that you have to be aware of in the back of your head is I'm developing this passion for this subject. And so the number 3 step is obsession. So once you've developed like the snowball effect of becoming good at a subject or starting to build this little snowball of finding your passion, as you become good and better and better and better, it's going to turn into an obsession where you're just literally going to be obsessed with whatever it is that you've become extremely good at. Whether that is, you know, a science, whether that's an art, whatever it may be, you're going to become obsessed with it. An obsession, it may sound bad, but it's typically where you want to be successful in your future endeavors and in your career, right? Because people who are obsessed, they work hard because they love the subject. They love it. They are obsessed with whatever it is they're studying. And so when you get to obsession, you've gotten to a point where you fully developed your passion. It's something where you sleep, eat, study, everything is that subject. But it started from a general interest. You then practiced, and as you practiced, you got better. And as you got better, you began to enjoy it more. And as you began to enjoy it more daily, you began to get passionate for it. And as a passion snowballs even further and bigger and bigger and bigger, you then become obsessed with the subject. And so this is the developmental stages of developing a passion. You don't just find it. And even if you did, find your passion. If you reverse engineer of what led to that moment, you'll see that, hey, I had a general interest, I got good at the subject, and now I love it, right? And so if you reverse engineer it, you'll see that you actually went through these stages of your development, of your passion. So if you're out there and you're in college or you're older and you're struggling to find your passion, let me tell you, you develop your passion, okay? You decide what it is you want to do. Decide, make the decision, and stick with it. And just don't quit, don't stop. You know, Andrew Carnegie, in his book, Laws of Success, he actually wrote a phrase in the book that really changed my life. And he said, "The man who can't stick with a decision is doomed." And the reason why is because if you can't stick with something, you'll never specialize. You'll never become obsessed with something because you'll never give yourself the opportunity to become good at something. So you guys, I hope this video kind of guides you in the right direction of what you need to do. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them below. I am totally open to answering any questions you guys have, and stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I have some great content coming out for you guys. I really want to help you guys further your careers and further your life in college and even after college on self-mastery and how to become the best you in your career and in your family life and in your social life. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.